And ito, nagbabalik na tayo sa game natin between Team Flash and Roaster Y. And this is a matchup, a best of 5 like yung nangyari rin kanina sa ating past game. This is where we see kung sino ang papasok kalaban ng RRQ sa ating Grand Finals dito sa Wild Circuit Asia Invitational.
Yeah, and actually, I'm not sure kung napag-usapan natin ito during the draft, but nag-pivot sila between the mid lane. It's a Camille for Haku, and the Gragas is going to the jungle on Do.
Interesting. Okay, so with this, at least it's variable into the mid lane kasi nakita rin naman natin si Do that plays a bit of Gragas din naman. So this is interesting. So there's not a lot of walls for Haku to latch on to, right? So medyo less yung options niya. Pero what he just needs to do here lang naman in the mid lane is just to survive against the onslaught of the Zed in the early game.
Yeah, exactly. And kaya din naman kaya niyang gawin yun with the kit that Camille has, no? And at the same time, it also provides a bit more in terms of kill pressure in the mid lane. Aga, dito si Nomel.
1 minute, papasok agad si Nomel. Nakikita na natin to. Nakikita ko na yung setup na to already for Roaster Y. Nakita mo nag-back si Ellie kasi he knows what's gonna happen already. He will try to get some vision at the top part of the map. Pero dahil nakita etong si Do, nagtatry mag-rotate and to, tinatry nila i-take out yung ward, Shy needs to back away a bit dito sa top side ng mapa natin.
Yeah, it's essentially them letting to have a bit more of a weak side in the bot lane. Pero dahil nga nag-pick sila ng marksman against a Nasus, it doesn't really matter kasi wala pa rin naman ang magiging pressure on that person in the bot side, and they're leveraging to have a bit more of that pressure in the top side. That's why you see a bit of a goal difference right now between Shy and Latel. It did not Driven and the Renekton matchup that kailangan niya mag-back off, kailangan niya mag-seed some of those last hits, some of that minion control. And right now, ang lalim pa rin ng invade dito ng Roaster Y.
Ooh, and they didn't get a steal there. That was a good smite. Or rather, that was a good smite for both of our sides. And that's why right now, nakita natin sobrang bilis lang nung pag-wave clear dito ni Zizou. And if ever he gets to level 5, that just accelerates the fact that pagka level 5 niya, madali na mag-Dragon's Descent, it would be easier for him to get in and get out of fights.
Yeah. And ngayon, again, nakita natin yung some of what we were expecting na the early roam coming from Nomel, pero as you mentioned, it's easily read by Team Flash because we've been seeing it the past 3 days, and Team Flash, even though medyo shaky nga yung naging start nila at the start of this tournament, we are seeing that they are learning from their enemies, from their opponents, looking at the VODs, and that goes to show how experienced and how long this team has been together. And it's the same thing with Roaster Y. No, even though it feels like it's repetitive, it feels like it's easily read, it's a set play. And once you are able to do your set play, it feels like mas magiging comfortable that this game goes for your team. But these are the times where it makes or break the game for you, right? Hindi talaga na-convert into anything positive or an advantage for your team. So how are you gonna adjust? Are you gonna go for these objective fights, or are you gonna go for these deep dives and setting it up later on? And so far, both teams, mukhang tingin nila dito is, let's be passive, let's wait things out, and maybe go for a fight when either the Herald or the Dragon comes up.
Yeah, super surprised ako, no, na hindi nagawa ng Roaster Y yung usual na ginagawa nila against the Renekton, kasi na-stop ng Team Flash agad yun. Kasi they had that vision onto the top side of the map, and that's why they weren't able to cheese the top side. And now, to mid lane, bit of a fight, but they're not going to be continuing anytime at this point kasi remember nga, they don't have enough damage yet to take each other down, except if Coyote actually commits with the Ignite against Haku.
Yeah, and Haku is prepared with that matchup na dahil nga naka-barrier din siya. It's a bit of the opposite right now when you look at the top side, wherein naka-ignite naman yung Renekton, which we were talking about how Latel is gonna be the one who is an advantage against this Riven, while si Shy naman ngayon ang naka-barrier. Clear matchups, clear solo lane matchups where each team has an advantage, and so far no one is really giving ground, and doon mo din may ngayon yung tension, no, Dash, in terms of how both of these teams are really feeling na game 1, we need to win this to set the tempo for the series.
They need to set the tempo. They need to set the pace of this whole series kasi if ever matalo man sila dito, they're the ones who are going to be playing at the back end. They're the ones who need to adjust for the next game. That's why right now they're not letting themselves make any any mistakes. And that's when here, objective's gonna come out. Here is when the first fight is gonna happen, unless they want to back away. Team
Yeah.
Flash has vision on both the bot side and top side of the map, so they
Oh.
can just react accordingly.
Looks like it's gonna be a Herald fight. Looking here, Roster Y positioning themselves, but the Herald is below half health.
Bot lane, do have the death mark. The top side, though, they're gonna go for a fight. The showstopper onto the backside. They do have the face breaker, and that's gonna be it. One down, and they got the Rip Herald in the end, too. Zizu falls down, but look at that. He's moving forward. Shy gets 2 kills already, and now they're gonna be backing away. 1 HP on demands, and they are gonna be surviving with the 2-for-1 Team Flash.
Yeah, 2-for-1 for Team Flash, and what a play right there from Shai. Talagang bilang na bilang niya calculated, kumbaga ang pasok niya, was able to get out with a sliver of health. But yeah, even though it was Team Flash who positioned themselves in that Herald, yeah, Herald did go to the side of Do, and no one has gone for that Drake. So maybe we're gonna see another fight on that Mountain Drake between these two teams.
Yeah, really unfortunate, especially for Zizu. Because remember, whenever he gets the Rip Herald, mas madaling makakapag-stack ng passive, and that would delay a bit of his power spikes for Zizu. So that's good for Roster Y on this side. Pero ngayon, wala pa siyang ultimate, so he's just farming it up until he gets his ultimate. Now it's up, so they're ready for this next fight on the Mountain Drake.
Yeah, and looking at the ultimates right now, most of the ultimates are up for both of these teams. Konti na lang kay Shai, kay Coyote, at kay Ellie. So do expect another explosive side soon.
Oh, explosive cast, great timing. That's gonna be it. 1 kill already onto empty, and that just gave them the advantage. Here comes the death mark. No Mel just pops the haymaker, and they want to move forward onto this Mountain Drake. It's a 4v5. Really believe that Team Flash wouldn't be going for this unless
Zizu though.
Zizu wants to go for a steal. He doesn't have any vision though, so this is just gonna be free for Roster Y.
Yeah, and with that pick, immediately coming out from Roster Y, ginamit nila kalamihan ng ultimate sila doon with explosive cast, hextech ultimatum, and also that ultimate coming from the set. They were able to immediately get empty out of the fight, which really seeded over that Dragon control. But since right now, Team Flash having this rotation on the top side, they're gonna get the turret. Not sure if Roster Y will be able to engage. No, they won't. It's just gonna be a clean first turret take for Team Flash on the top side.
Very good yung pag-take nila ng L dito no, sa side ng Roster Y. Pero here comes the replay, Crazy Apple.
Yeah, the replay right here, yun na, ito din sabi natin, no, naka-catch out kaagad si MT. So nahirapan na ang Team Flash to get anything out of that. He even burned the ultimate from Coyote but wasn't able to complete the assassination on the target against Roster Y. So now both team, so far both objectives have gone to the side of Roster Y. Yes, in terms of gold, Team Flash is slightly ahead, but as you mentioned, earlier, no, Dash, Zisu's scaling on that Shyvana is, well, lessen, napabagal ng kaunti dahil nga Roster Y has been getting these objectives.
Yeah, I really like nga yung sinasabi ko kanina na Team Flash knows how to take an L. Like, if ever they lose an objective, they find a way somewhere around the map na, let's take this, para at least maging equal or at least hindi man lang ganun kalaki yung advantage nila dun sa nakuha nilang Rep Herald, nakuha nilang Drake. So here, we're seeing Coyote trying to be a bit aggressive without any vision onto Nomel. Pero still, back to my point, that is how we usually expect Team Flash to play.
Yeah, so Dash, natatawa lang ako ng kaunti. It felt like you pat yourself on the back kanina. But to be fair, yeah, it was a really good point that you were mentioning about Zizu. But yeah, going back into how the state of the map is right now. No, Roster Y, they still have the as we were alluding to during the draft, is this pick composition where it's going to be Chains of Corruption, Hextech Ultimatum to start out the fight, even Nomel on the set looking for those flash face breakers that we have been seeing all throughout the tournament. So Team Flash, kailangan silang maging very aware on where Roster Y is and really control the vision game. Kasi pag alam ng Roster Y na kulang ang miyembro dito ng Team Flash, they could very well set up these fights very quickly, especially with the engage.
Oh, the vision, Nomel goes in with the Proto Belt, no hesitation. No? Pero dahil nakita nila yung vision onto the mid side, merong 4 na tao doon, bot lane is gonna be taken down here by Coyote.
Yeah, bot lane did go to the side of Coyote with that split push, and right now 2-0 in favor of Team Flash, and that's where most of their gold is coming from. But the exchange for Roster Y is that Herald, and kung iisipin natin, they had the Herald, they still haven't gotten a tower. So Team Flash so far has been very it's done a very good job in terms of just defending their turrets and really reading the map in terms of where Roser Y are currently rotating around.
Yeah, looking at this, Team Flash really loves how to move around the map, but Roster Y with their repels and the way that they are taking all these objectives, actually good, no, na nakukuha nila itong mga objectives na to in their favor. But I really do hope that they would find the answer as early as they can, kasi the longer this game goes, we
Right.
said kanina rin naman, Crazy Apple, na si Zizou lumalakas lang ng lumalakas, and siya lang yung may biggest potential to carry in this game. Kasi yes, we do have marksmen, pero hindi naman sila late game carries. So we're just expecting Zizou to just scale into the late game. Ito, Radel fighting out with Coyote, half HP already onto the bans with the Living Shadow. But they're trying to stop this out. Explosive gas caught off to the Showstopper. That's why Zizou is gonna fall, and mid lane turret is down.
Yeah, nakaisang pick na naman ang Roster Y along with the turrets. So right now, in terms of the mid lane, it's very much open for Roster Y. They can go into both the red side and the blue buff side jungle of Team Flash to put down that vision, to put down that wards. And if Roster Y, if kaya nilang ma-utilize effectively yung kanilang vision game here, they could just put a lot of wards and wait in brushes to see if Team Flash would be overstepping a bit. And the decision right now for Roster Y, knowing that a lot of the members at the mid lane, they are currently taking this bot lane out of their turret.
And we usually say it, right, Crazy Apple, that whenever it comes to these types of plays, we expect that mid lane is the most important tower in the game, because that opens up a lot of possibilities. Now that the mid and bot lane turret of Team Flashes are down, it would be easier for the members of Roster Y to take cover of this Ocean Drake. But as I'm saying that, TF is already positioned on this Ocean Drake.
Yeah, medyo mali nga ang timing dito ng Roster Y, but looks like a fight might be brewing here, but just the face breaker so far. Ultimates are up for both teams. Might see an explosive cast soon from Dog.
Yeah, pero nakita natin positioning nila would be good. They just need the explosive cast from Do, but Ratel is now over low HP na agad sa side nila. But they're just waiting down. Kasi right now, Roster Y doesn't have any damage para i-take down itong Ocean Drake na to. So they're waiting for Zizou. They just want to push him back. And now they was already able to drag his hand, and he was able to steal the Drake still. Do is just going to be able to take over. But now at the backside, look at that, the Showstopper and them. Most of the members right here of Team Flash, low on HP. They're running away. But Team Flash is just trying their best to get something out of it, but they didn't get anything, and Roster Y just won that fight.
Yeah, Roster Y is just grabe yung take nila doon. They were able to steal the Drake and even get 3 kills off of that, and that goes to show then yung the kit that they have, right? It's a lot of picks at the same time, a lot of these huge AoE abilities. The Explosive Cast, Hexac Ultimatum also pushes them around as well as Nomel. Pag nagkakaharapan sila sa mga ganung pwesto, sa mga ganung team fights in front of the objective, it's harder for Team Flash to engage on Roster Y, because Roster Y has just so many tools to turn the fight around against Team Flash, especially if Team Flash can't combo their skills. Well, another fight here.
Gas onto the death mark. They got the damage, but they still have the ignite though, so that's not gonna be killed onto Coyote. But Do just aggressive with this explosive cast.
Yeah, aggressively trying to burn more abilities away from Coyote. Doesn't have the flash, doesn't have the ignite. Also burned his ultimate, and Roster Y immediately going to the top side trying to get another turret. Numbers advantage so far for Roster Y.
Ooh, 5v3. Not a fight you want to be in. They don't have the explosive cast right now, so Roster Y is just respecting the amount of healing and sustain that these members have from the top side.
Yeah, got a bit hypey there because I was looking at the map where in Roster Y had 5 members,
Right.
pero kulang pala sila doon sa wave, no? So Team Flash right now also making the best out of that situation with this split push right now from Shy. But going back into the win conditions for both of these teams, late game is the name of the game for Team Flash kasi kailangan nilang mapascale pa itong Senna and also their Shyvana. To an extent, Nasus also scales better with the build that he is going for, the build that he usually goes for with this duo lane in the bot side. Hindi talaga nag-i-scale ang Nas kasi hindi naman siya kumuha ng mga last hit for that stacks, no? So it's really gonna be all on Zizou and Ellie on how much they're gonna be able to affect these fights. And so far, in thinking about just how a team fight win would look like for Team Flash, apart from Roster Y just being out of position at hiwa-hiwalay sila para pick off ng Team Flash, they need to have a retreating fight. anyway, a
Yeah.
kiting fight against the members of roster, kailangan nilang ma-burn ng paisa-isa yung ways for engage, which is yung the flash face breaker, the chain of corruption, even the showstopper. There's so many things right now. Every champion in the hands of Roster Roy has engaged, and if they're able to burn those one by one, teams that could very well just win these fights.
Yeah, yun nga yung mahirap dito. Kasi whenever it comes down to it, Team Flash always need to think about all these ultimates. Remember, there's a lot of big ultimates on the side of Roster Y. And as you said, it's right. They need a retreating fight. They need to kite out the members of Roster Y if they want to win this fight. Kasi pag pumasok sila head-on, sila yung lilipad-lipad, sila yung mag-disassemble sa fight. Pero ito, bot lane, Shy versus Ratel. Right now, Shy is going for revenge, but Ratel is just gonna be backing away with the dominance.
Yeah, Latel na good presence of mind din, no? Na as a Renekton, as a pro player, sometimes if you're really getting ahead, parang feeling mo yung team mo is also getting ahead, you want to get those on the fights. But knowing the damage output of the ribbon, he backed away immediately, not letting Team Flash have more pressure on the map, having that advantage where he's gone. And it could have been a 4v5 in the Baron in favor of Team Flash. So good presence of mind right there from Ratel. It also, again, goes to show Ratel and Do, ito yung dalawang players that we keep looking out for. We keep talking about here in Roster. But so far, Haku, I would say his positioning in these team fights have been immaculate. Has been in these have been in these flanks na nahihirapan ng Team Flash na basahin kung nasaan siya. It really catches them off guard. So moving forward in these fights, we really have to look at these three members from Roster Y.
Yeah, what I'm really afraid of especially is that Haku, lalo na pag tinatry ni Haku mag-start ng fight, ang layo kasi sobra ng range kung saan nanggagaling si Haku every time. And that's why most of the time, Team Flash always gets caught off guard. And that's why right now, Roster Y is holding the apple. They're the ones on the advantage. They have the Infernal Drake in 25 seconds. So, they just need to take this para mabuo na nila Exodia sa side ng Roster Y. So if ever na umabot sila doon sa point na makuha pa nila itong Infernal Drake, that's a lot of damage and sustain all together with all these dragons that they do have.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see right here kung paano natutuwa na rin si Luna. Paikot-ikot siya, may helicopter siya. Pero si Lumel, okay, mukhang hindi naman siya makakatch dito ng Team Flash, no? But so far, with the Dragon up right here, Dash, we do expect that Team Flash would look for a fight right here. But they're turning. They're going for the Baron.
This is interesting. So they don't have vision. Roster Y doesn't know this. If they're trying to start the Baron, and remember Zissou is, or rather, would be able to take this down pretty easily, but Roster Y doesn't have any idea on why this is happening, why everybody is not onto the Infernal Drake. Haku caught on. Will this be enough time? No! The Baron is theirs! They got the Baron even though they didn't have any smite. Hindi na tinry ni Haku is still yun. Pero ito, Infernal Drake is just here in a bit, and that just gave a lot of time for Team Flash. Yes, you got the Baron, but we got the three Drakes on our favor, and they got the tower. A big win for Team Flash, but Roster Y got the Drake.
Yeah. And I just want to say, Dash, no, na I was thinking kanina, I correct me if I'm wrong, if a Roster Y Guangdong Freaks who would usually do at about the 19-minute mark, 19-minute mark or 19.5-minute mark, if a force sila yung Baron. And then they'll force you on the Baron, take the Baron for themselves, and then transition to an Elder where they can go back into the Baron if they weren't able to get it earlier. And dahil tinake ng Team Flash when alam nila yung timer na yon from these Korean teams, immediately tinake nila yung Baron kasi alam nila ang mata ng Roster Y is on the Dragon. So, while Roster Y is focusing on the Dragon, para makarating nga sila dun sa Elder Dragon take later, let's sneak the Baron now so that they won't have that pressure on us wherein we could still prolong this game out para makahanap pa tayo ng ways for this Senna and for the Shyvana to win us these fights later on. So, what a smart play right there from Team Flash overall. Just looking at the board report that we have been seeing all throughout the tournament.
Just because of that, no? That's because of nung ginawa nila yun. Sila na ngayon yung nasa helm of the ship. Just because they got the Baron. And now they're taking towers down into the mid lane, into the bot lane, and napo-force mag-react yung Roster Y at what they're doing. So this is such a good play from TF. And now they're looking at Haku. Some damage, but not gonna be able to get the kill. So they are just gonna continue pushing forward
Ooh.
with his minions. The death mark is there, the damage is there. He's gonna die to the stasis. That's gonna be good for the side of Roaster Y. Just because of that death from Coyote, everything turned around, and now Zissou is being chased to. Explosive cast comes in. They do have the hook shot, but they weren't able to take down the tower. Elder Drake is up.
Nah, Elder Drake is up in 10 seconds. Team Flash is one man down. Nag-recall ngayon si Shai and also Zissou. So they're gonna be a bit later in this fight if it can be forced by Roaster Y. Roaster Y, kailangan maghanap dito. They want to look for this fight right here because the Elder Drake is up. And look here in the map dash, sinisimulan na nila yung Elder Drake. They want Team Flash to engage on them.
They need to think about this because Team Flash, they have been known to finish games while the Elder Drake is happening. Look at where Shai is. They're trying to finish it, try to take down a tower at least. If ever, we can just burn this Elder Drake later on. We don't have any ultimate onto Zissou, so they're just going to be jumping him out. And Roaster Y is just going to take these towers in their favor. They don't have this. They're going to try and go for it. They are being delayed by the members here of Team Flash. Team Flash are trying to win this game. They have 2k HP. They're trying to finish it. Oh no, but the Elder Drake, they have been taken down, and Roaster Y lives for another day.
Alam ng Roaster Y na yun nga gusto gawin ng Team Flash. As you were mentioning, Team Flash, meron silang habit of going for the kill, going for the end when the other team is taking Elder Drake. And Roaster Y said, no, no, no. We will be the ones who get back to the base to defend our Nexus. And with 20 seconds on the clock for 3 members of Team Flash, it's only going to be Ellie and Empty to defend the base.
They are going for this. They're going to defend the base. They don't have any seconds left. 10 seconds on the clock for the members of Team Flash. So this is just going to be the 2-member defending to the showstopper to the back line. And that is how Roaster Y takes the first game against Team Flash. And nandito na tayo ulit sa Roaster Y versus Team Flash. And ito, laban nila 1-0, advantage sa Roaster Y. So crazy apple, no? Etong Team Flash, kailangan nilang bumawi dito sa game na to.
Exactly. And ayun nga, pinag-uusapan natin sino ang gusto nating makalaban ng RRQ bukas sa ating finals para malaman kung sino ang champion ng Wild Circuit Asia Invitational. And slightly we want Roaster Y kasi it's gonna be the grudge match here in the tournament. And historically, Team Flash has had RRQ's number, at least the Philippines number, in international competition in Wild Dip. So right now, Roaster Y are in a good position to take the lead to get match point in this best of 5 series.
Honestly, I really think the longer the series goes, it's a bigger chance for Team Flash to win. Kasi I can see Team Flash that because of their amount of experience that they do have, that they would have the bigger advantage. They would know how to adapt against a team like Roaster Y here. Kaya I'm kinda expecting na if gusto tapusin ng Roaster Y to, kailangan nila gawing 3-0. Kasi pag nanalo dito yung Team Flash, there's a big chance that they can come back from this.
Yeah, and also something that may be in these players' minds, no, na we know how big of a powerhouse Korea is in Wild Rift PC, if you could say, League PC, right? And so far in Wild Rift, ang talaga nagdo-dominate has been China. But wait a minute though, MT going for a bit of a gap here.
There's not a lot of damage already dito pa sa point na to ng game. Pero back to your point, Crazy Apple.
Yeah. It's just you know, Korea, strong region as we were mentioning.
Yeah.
And in Wild Rift so far, not as much. While Vietnam, yes, has been one of the best in Southeast Asia, but international-wise, talagang nado-dominate tayo na overwhelm sila na EU, China, and also Korea to an extent. So you could say that Roaster Y has a bit of chip on their shoulders as an organization, as players, because they also want to show their pride as their region in the league scene. And now if Roaster Y shows na, wait a minute, we can beat the top team from Southeast Asia, and also Southeast Asia is, you could say, the second place overall in the world right now for Wild Rift. It goes to show na kaya nila lumabit in the next couple of tournaments. So I think a lot at stake right here for Roaster Y.
Oh yeah, very, very big stakes. And even right now, no, very familiar, especially for the old people sa League of Legends. Ang KT roster is a very
Yes.
familiar name. And that's why right now, Roster Y needs to prove themselves right here. Just for them to put at least a Team Flash, or rather, they can say that the evolution of the Korean meta is here and it's slowly creeping up on everybody.
Yeah, and I feel nga very Korean then so far. Like I think the highlights of I've been seeing of how Roster has been winning their games. It's rotations across the map with early ganks from their jungler and keeping the timers in the late game objectives. And that's so
That's
how
a classic LCK.
Diba? Classic
Yeah.
LCK and how they dominate the world stage with macro. And so far, that I feel like what Roster is doing. But a dive here topside.
Parang si Ratel ata yung matadive natin, pero ito meron tayong deathmark, hindi tumama yung decisive strike, so Ratel might be falling down here. So that's the first blood already. And Haku, susunod pa ata siya dito unless Zaisu wants to go in with the Dragon's Rage, tries to take the platings, but here, onto the bot lane, we do have damage on the Ellie, falls down empty, gonna be next. Is he gonna be emptied? Because he still has the flash though. Justice Punch comes in with a flash!
Wow.
That's a double kill in the bot lane.
The patience on Nommel. If you've noticed right there, they were able to get the kill on Ellie. Hindi kailangan ni Nommel gumamit ng flash. So I was thinking na maybe na-cash out lang din si
Flashy.
Ellie with the Justice Punch, right? Nommel, okay, munti ka siya papatay dun sa final spark, but not really. And then after they were able to kill Ellie, anong ginawa ni Nommel? He just kept walking in front of the model of Empty para hindi makabagi sa. But going into the replay right here, wherein talaga nag-full commit dito si Coyote, was able to get the kill on Natel. So first blood did go to the side of Team Flash. Going to the other side of the bot side, nakita mo dito si Nommel, he's just gonna walk. Lalakarin lang niya.
Chad
alam
walking
mo,
didn't need to flash, but he needed that to boost his confidence, I do feel. Kasi with the way he made that work, it's just that he wants to really give the kill to Luna. And pag hindi niya pinaabot yung flash niya earlier, he could have taken the kill. And that's why they just wanted to take that for themselves. And right now, 18 seconds on the clock, we do have the objectives coming in. Ano sa tingin mo yung pa-prioritize nila dito?
well, akin sa tingin ko ang so far these two teams have shown a huge importance on Herald. Even though I feel like one of them should try and wait for the other to go in, specifically Team Flash. Kasi Lux as a champion is super easy when the team is funneling towards you to hit those bindings. But right now, Herald is being started by Roster Y, and with the Lux being a bit of out of position, I feel like this is going to be the Herald for Roster Y.
Just a sponge coming in. They do have the silence and decisive strike onto the damage. And they still, or rather, they take the Ref Herald for themselves. Roster Y winning that fight.
Yeah, and ayun na, napunta nga sa Roster Y. Now, the next objective on the map is going to be the Dragon. But the tower does go to the side of Team Flash. Shy getting the top lane turret. But, okay, wait.
Luna comes in. You have the damage, but Coyote wasn't able to do anything. They were able to stop him out from doing the combos with the top side. Remember, we do have an ultimate from Haku, which Shy does have the counter strike. They're not going to continue the fight onto the top side, but still, Ocean Drake free for the take.
Yeah, Shy putting his mark in the Baron lane, making it his own kingdom right now. Tinulak niya palayo ang dalawang solo laners ng Roster Y on the tail and Haku that looks to be a very scary Jack even at such an early stage of the game. Na-boost ka agad yung kanyang gold income because of getting the first tower on the top side, even getting all of those plays, I believe, at least for Team Flash's side. So right now, Roster Y, they need to look for a way to slow down these Jacks kasi mahihirapan sila as the later this game goes on, the late game potential of this champion will just really boost the damage for Team Flash.
To get this Cutler, they were able to get it. That's going to be big for them. Shy was able to just run in. And this is just really awkward positioning for the members of Roster Y. That's why they're not continuing the fight. Kaya sa pagkakita ko right now, Shy is really strong. They need to be scared of a Sunderer recurve bow na Jax kasi pwedeng yung pasabugin kahit sino dito sa members right now. And though, he's waiting, wants to go in. Yes, Dragon's Descent, remember. You have the tries, but remember, this is Zaisu gonna go in, flashes in. They are gonna be able to steal the Drake Ocean Dragon on the hands of Roster Y. They're trying to take down the kill. They mash and strike right there, and they got the kill. Ratel being chased down, and that's gonna be a 1-for-1 with the Ocean Drake on their hands.
Yeah, but the steal though, Zissou, can he get out of here? Okay, does it seem like he will be able to get out of the chase from Roster Y, but grabe yung steal doon. That timing from Roster Y as both Do and Ratel went in. Yun yung mga tipong, alam mong, alam mo, when you're playing ranked games, yung sana gusto mo 5-stack kayo para ma-time nyo yung pasok nyo. Saktong-sakto yung pasok ng Dragon sa set as well as the Camille to add a bit more of that damage with a tactical sweep para makuha nila yung steal na yun. Great steal from Roster Y, even converting to one more kill. And so far, Roster Y in this series have had immaculate I wouldn't say control, but getting this objective so far has always been in their favor.
You've seen that, Coyote. Sobrang unfortunate ni Coyote kasi para siya na volleyball nung pumasok bigla yung Sinomel after the hero's entrance. Tapos may satchel charges, silence pa. You can't even do anything. Really unfortunate stuff for Coyote there. Pero I was expecting a bit more from Coyote when they picked the Z on their side. Kasi I haven't been seeing Coyote trying to take wins from them. Kasi honestly, hindi ko rin siya masisisi. Kasi si Luna lang yung target niya na pwede niya pasabugin. Kasi lahat to, very tanky members from the side of Roster Y.
Yeah, nakita mo naman din kanina yung paano niya, kung ang daming niyang ginawa para mahabol si Rattel. It even needed a half health Camille for him to be able to execute a kill on a target. And yun lang din, it all comes to the draft, right? Na ang daming tanky members na pinikita ng Roster Y. A lot of very safe members. Only Luna so far nga ang pwede niya ma-pick off dito. And they've been really keeping good tabs. Rotations for Roster Y para ilayo tong si Luna. But as I'm saying na maganda ang tabs sila ngayon on that Z. Naghahanap pa yun si Coyote dito ng fight but doesn't seem like there's gonna be any assassinations. Looking at the timers, they need to have some mid lane control for both these teams. Whoever has mid lane control will be the first one to be able to get the aggro on the Herald.
Okay, want to get the aggro. Red Herald is up in a bit on the top side, but the way they're working this, especially for Team Flash, they do want to start this with just a bit. They want to go in, but Flash waiting for the timing. Dragon's Rage onto 2. They're not hitting the Repelled right now. They want to go in, but no, that is a great explosive cast. And that's why Zizou was able to steal the Repelled in their favor. And now Tower onto the bot side is just going to be taken down too. But they're going to follow up with a Hextech Ultimatum. They want some kills. Heroes Entrance empty falls. The Tower in the mid lane got taken down.
Yeah, tower has been taken, but look at the other side of the map. Zizou naman, ang nag-shove nga sa top side, nakita lang natin kanina, Shy was able to take the bot lane turret. So overall, in terms of gold, Team Flash, it feels like they've been losing out on some of these objective fights, have been losing out on kills. They're still ahead of gold just because of the structures that they have taken down. And I hope that we're gonna see a replay ng nakita natin kanina, no? In terms of how the Herald was secured at the side of Team Flash. It was such a great timing on the explosive cast to put some distance between the Shyvana and the Herald para hindi umabot yung smite nito. And yeah, just Team Flash right now, knowing how much of an importance the Roster Y has been putting on these objectives, have been adapting so that they could also secure objectives on their side.
Okay, and this is just gonna be the start for Roster Y right now. 1K gold for Team Flash, still having the advantage. Like usual. Lagi naman natin nakita na ganyan, pero ito nakita naman natin with the damage already from the Mega Inferno Bomb. Shy is gonna fall. That's gonna be it. Roster Y taking another kill.
Yeah, Roster Y, good punish right there for Shy while he was getting the scuttle. Nakuha siya na pick off agad. So it's a 4v5 map state at this point. Looking at Roster Y to position themselves, putting down some vision. But at the same time, yeah, it was a great kill. Nakakuha ng more gold si Luna, which boosts the damage output of the Ziggs when he buys his items. Walang objective na yun sa mapa. So, no conversion yet from Roster Y, even though Shy did fall earlier with the Dragon about to come up though. Seems like both of these teams, let's see how they're going to position themselves. Which team will be able to put more vision in that river?
Mountain Drake up in 15 seconds. Waiting for the chances here for Roster Y to try and take this Mountain Drake again para medyo umangat pa sila. But Rattel canceling Zizou is very big because at least madedelay tong si Zizou before they try to go in for a fight. Onto the bottom side, medyo madedelay si Zizou. So if they start though, now already on half HP, that's gonna be good for Team Flash unless Do finds a way to get his HP up.
Yeah, mahihirapan na siya dito na kailangan niya makahanap ng honey fruit. There is a honey fruit in the mid lane. They forget that, but the fight starting here.
Okay, want to start the fight with Heralds onto the mid lane. Do you want to start this right here, right now? But Roster Y They're gonna continue with this good satchel charge. That's gonna be the referral taken down. So Mountain Drake is being started. They want to go in. Try nila pumasok. Go sa likod. Dito na kasi Eri. Nakita natin Heroes entrance dito sa likod. Tatama dun sa tatlo. And that's gonna be it. Another member right here. Si Do. Tinatry mag-clean up dito sa likod. Pero si Ratel hindi niya mapapatay. Naiwan si Do mag-isa. Siya yung natrap kasama yung members ng Team Flash. And they're gonna be taken down. Look at Shy. He's just taking over the game just for the members here of Roster Y. 3-4-2 in favor of Team Flash.
Yeah, 3-4-2, and the difference maker right there was Shy. Shy was able to jump immediately on Luna, hindi na nagkaroon ng follow-up damage from that Ziggs. And comparing right now, yung just kung sino yung tumatalon sa likod, yung nakatalon sa likod lang on the side of Roster Y was Raw. The Shyvana doesn't have enough damage yet, doesn't have enough items yet to be able to immediately take down this Lux. And even though na-jump man ng Roster Y yung Lux had a friend. So it was hard for Roster Y. Okay, itong dragon na to, akala ko pa magkaroon ng steal, but doesn't seem like it's gonna be the Drake, the Mountain Drake, secured by Team Flash. But going back into that fight, it almost seemed like Roster Y was about to take it, but Team Flash, as we were mentioning earlier, kailangan nila yung mga retreating fights to be able to win these. And Roster Y, very early Baron start here.
Okay, start nila yung Baron kasi remember they do have Doll onto their hands. Meron pa silang Blade of the Ruined King, making it easier for them to do. Now, with this Baron, 13 seconds on the clock, they do have the time, but Zizou is here out to the backside. Luna is just gonna fall. Never mind, that death mark is not enough. Zizou needs to go in. Hextech ultimatum, he has been cancelled. He flew away. So that's gonna be it. They weren't able to take the Baron onto their favor. That's gonna be the steal for Shy. And this is gonna be good for Team Flash. They're just taking over. Hacker is being chased down. Coyote, will he be able to take anything more? 2-for-1 with the Baron in favor of Team Flash.
What happened right there? Why did Go? I'm not sure if he jumped out or na-explosive cast. Siya yung inaantay doon eh. Was it explosive cast? I hope to see the replay or was it able to immediately to catch it? But as you mentioned, nasobrahan nga ata. He overshot his ultimate right there, moving him out about a very crucial HP. Yeah, he did jump out, trying to get what looked like a fadeaway smite. He does have his smite on cooldown right now, so he wanted to go for a fadeaway smite to extend his life as he gets out of that pit. But because of that, a bit of a miscalculation on his part, Shai was able to secure the Baron right now. And the Team Flash having this Baron buff right now, they are currently taking down a lot of turrets away from Roster Y.
Okay, really big win, especially for Team Flash, that they were able to take this with the 7k gold lead for Team Flash. They can just make use of this, and this is what we're looking for from Team Flash, right? Yung mga ganitong play na hinahanap natin from Team Flash, yung pumapasok sila when it comes to it. And Coyote making use of that set, even there's a lot. Zizou is now gonna be the target. He uses his stasis to buy some time. Will he be able to? No, he won't. So he's gonna fall. Shy's gonna take down the inhibitor turret onto the top side. He's gonna fall too, but it's okay because they're making space all around the map. Rattel is gonna fall onto the bot side, and they're gonna be taking the tower onto the bot lane too. But no, great defense for Roster Y. But they have inhibitor right here. Coyote, Deathmark, run away with the Olympic Shadow. Wow! Grabe naman yun, Coyote.
What are those moves? from Coyote? And yeah, medyo ankle breaker lang ginawa niya doon, and now 212 HP on that bot lane turret. You saw right there how much Team Flash is. Oh my god, though, a lot of damage right now being thrown by Ellie. I think he's out, pero look at empty, baka dito.
I think they would be able to chase, but they are not gonna be continuing kasi they're afraid of the Dragon's Descent if ever na makapag-build up pa against them to. Yeah, it's way better to just play it safe for them, and wala rin silang vision at that part of the map. So right now, Team Flash having the advantage, 5k or rather 6k gold lead. Taking down the inhibitor turret on the top side was pretty important. So now they have natural lane pressure. So they're just gonna be waiting for the next dragon, no, bago sila makipaglaban ulit. So Zizou, Dragon's Rage, perfect timing. At least na-burn yung Dragon's Descent before the dragon comes in.
Yeah, and ngayon nakikita natin yung some of the problems that the current lineup that Roster Y has. Yes, they have a lot of ways to clear engage so far, pero hindi pa natin nakikita yung makpipick off ng isang member si Ratel on that Camille at follow up ng Galio, but Shy might be getting caught out here.
Okay. Shy is not... Wala sila masyadong CZ to just hold down one member, no? Kasi they're probably gonna be leading
Oh,
Raquel.
there's a lot of
Whenever
members
they're
here,
gonna
though.
start, because here's the light binding coming in, not gonna be doing anything with the final spark, but the backside explodes. The gas was perfect, and Gargo's Stone Plate right here is just gonna be doing the damage. Pero ito, nakita naman natin si Hako dito sa likod to try bumak, pero nakita pa rin natin yung damage kay Nomen. Tinatry niya mag-survive, pero most of the members are already here on their base. They're getting pressured, and that's why this inhibitor turret is gonna fall right here, right now. Team Flash wanting to get this, but they're trying to play it safe, back away after those 2 kills.
Yeah, Team Flash backing away, not being too overly aggressive to take down more kills or even the Nexus. A bit of a catch right here. Just might be enough damage against Hako, but no. Still a Garen, sobrang kunat niyan, champion na yan. Di pa basta-bastang mapapatay. Pero with the Baron currently up 15 seconds on dot, looks like the Baron got hello.
Well, hook shot is up. Meron tayong death mark, and that's gonna be it. That's a fadeaway kill for Coyote, and that's gonna be the damage from Luna. Not gonna be even able to basic attack. That's why Luna is now gonna be punished right here. The damage right there from MT, even though he's a tank, is surviving. Bought some time. They got the timing right, and they got the Baron for free.
Yeah, Baron for free, and also Infernal Drake is currently up. 4 members are still alive on the side of Team Flash, while on the other hand, only 3 members for Roster Y, with 2 inhibitor turrets currently down. Looks like this Infernal Drake will most likely be going to the hands of Team Flash. And with the Baron on their hands, pwede nilang i-shove itong side lanes na ito to keep pressuring Roster Y and eventually ending this game. And Team Flash, what a turnaround so far. It feels like the first half of this game 2 of this best of 5 series, Roster Y had control, or at least had a very decent they were playing the tempo of the game. And Team Flash, with just that one steal on the Baron, the 50-50 from Roster Y, completely turned it around.
Okay, Roster Y, Team Flash having the Baron advantage with them. But they're just waiting for the Elder Drake kasi nasa 19-minute mark na tayo, so wala na yung Infernal Drake natin kanina. So they can just go for this. The Death Mark comes in. Flash is in with the taunt coming into their side, but look at that. Shy is finishing the game with the stasis. They bought themselves some time already, and that's gonna be Shy, gonna be the target here onto the backside. They're racing after the Mans, and the Gargoyle Enchant is still here, but Shy is gonna fall. A 2-for-1. Great advantage for Roster Y, and they might be able to survive for another day.
Yeah, they might just be able to survive another day, but with the Elder Drake currently spawning into the map, there is a way for Team Flash right here to pressure Roster and maybe get some more pick-offs with the Elder Drake up. Do you expect na yan na ang kukunin ng Team Flash? Well, it's gonna be very hard for Roster Y to go for any contest just because there's so many. There's a lot of cannon minions right now on the bot side of the map. Let's see kung paano makakahanap ng paraan dito ng Roster Y to contest the Elder Drake.
Elder Drake to continue to fight onto the bottom side of the map, pero ini-start talaga nila, no? Si Zizo lang yung pinagtatry nila mag-Elder Drake, kaya medyo distracted dito yung members ng Roster Y. But now with this, with no vision on where most of the members are, they are just gonna be finishing this for free. Zizu, Inferno Bomb, okay, not gonna be able to steal anything, and they got the Elder Drake for free.
Yeah, they were able to secure the Elder Drake. I was thinking na maybe Do would go into their jungle, maybe Dragon's Descent over the wall, but talagang he was thinking that there could be a trap inside his jungle, and if he does fall down, that would be immediately the game going in favor of Team Flash. So right now, Roster Y, they are looking for a bit of a miracle in these fights. So far, we've seen Team Flash medyo nakaka-catch out sila ng Roster Y. We saw 2-for-1 engage kanina, but with the Elder Drake right now, the damage might just be too much for Roster Y to handle.
Yeah. The problem here is slowly nagpa-follow up na rin yung damage ng Team Flash, and that's why kanina nakita natin naka 2-for-1 yung Roster Y during that time. And hoping lang itong Roster Y that they can do the same thing as they did a while ago. Coyote right now, Hextech Ultimatum, not gonna be able to get out. That's enough time for Roster Y. It's a 4v5, so they can go for a fight here if ever they want to. So right here, this is just Team Flash, just not knowing what to do, or at least knowing how to finish this game, because time and time again, Roster Y are taking one kill, they get advantage.
Yeah, and that's one criticism that we've had in this tournament with Team Flash. Nahihirapan sila ng close out in game. Yes, they could be decisive, but their decisiveness comes from taking fights and trying to get a numbers advantage to finish the game. And if Roster Y does not give that opportunity to Team Flash, there are still openings for them to wait for Team Flash to make a mistake, even though they already have the Elder Drake. Baron is currently up in the map, though naghahanap ng paraan para again makapasok dito, and it's still so hard for Roster Y to contest the objectives kasi nga sila na yung dalawang inhibitor turret nila. Konting ihip na lang doon sa mid lane inhibitor turret nila, and that will fall. So Roster Y right now really needs to wait for her. Okay, empty getting caught out.
Dragons is in. They want to get the fight, and this is gonna be empty. Gonna fall down in just a bit though. Ignite is ticking. One more, and that is the Dragon's Breath gonna be able to get the kill there onto the side. Mattel is also here onto the backside, fighting off to Ellie, and they got the Dragon straight on the tree. That's big.
They're
and now
base.
they're gonna follow it up with this. Coyote
Zisu's
and the
running
top
to the
side.
Nexus.
Zisu is looking at the Nexus, and they want to finish this out. Zisu is here. He's wanting to finish the game. They need to back away. They
has
need
no
to stop
minions.
the backs. Two members are down, but they don't have the timing just yet. Daw is gonna finish this. Ellie is 1 HP, so they, again, right here, were able to win the fight against Team Flash.
And Zisa's trying to run away. There's still three members from Roster Y right now. Do and Luna, two carries right now from Roster Y. They can destroy these turrets really fast.
They can
no.
finish this.
No, they can't. They can't. Look at where Zisu is. It's trying to. Wait, they can't. They still have
They
two
can.
cannon minions.
They can finish this. They can finish this if ever they want to. 3 seconds to the clock onto empty. They do have the explosive gas. They do have minions. They just need to use the explosive gas to
3,000.
push him away. If
2,000.
not, 2k
Just a bit
and
more.
they weren't able to
no.
finish it. Roster Y, it's almost the same thing as a while ago, and they didn't.
500.
Weren't able to finish the game with just 500 HP onto the Nexus.
What a crazy game we have here, Dash. We never expected game 2 of this best of 5 series with the Roster Y and Team Flash coming this close. Both teams so far trying their own version of the backdoor, and so far no one has completed the deal. No one has completed the backdoor yet, but so far it's a 3v5 on the map. Rattel might be getting caught out here.
Rattel, I think Rattel right now can
Has the
1v1
upper hand.
Coyote if they want to. So he's just gonna be running away right now. They don't need to commit onto anything
have
here.
that.
Empty does have the body slam, does have the explosive gas. Here comes the hero's entrance. Here's the turnaround for the Mans. Was able to dodge the explosive gas, but he was left alone by Nomel. I thought they're gonna help each other. And now this is just Roster Y losing their composure, and they lose 2 members in the process.
Yeah, and they are feeling the pressure here, Dash, because their base is wide open for the taking. Do going for a hero play. It's only Luna and Haku defending the base.
Okay, for a hero play. Will he be able to do anything out of this? They just need a lot of time. Look at that push from Zissou, and that is going to be the final spark to finish it all. Team Flash taking one more win against Roster Y. They need to think about here. So let's go to here onto the game. TF versus Roster Y. And this is the game already, everybody, because we have seen the teams here. Team Flash has the momentum right now. They won the first game, but how are they going to snowball this momentum against Roster Y?
Yeah, exactly. And for me, one thing I want to establish and how my headspace right now is for Roster Y. Feeling ko napilitan sila with the draft right now, and early aggression the bot side.
Ooh, the damage. A lot of damage already onto Nomel, and Ignite has been popped. Talagang grabe talaga yung damage nila dito. Kasi remember, this lineup is not expected by Roster Y.
Yeah, exactly. And set na talaga. Iba ang kanilang trading potential pag magkasama sila, especially if Nasus yung order nila. Another melee champion, and wala talagang damage na gagawin itong Nasus and Seraphine. So, I just going back to the point that I was saying earlier, this is gonna be very telling from Roster Y kasi it feels like nakalak ng Team Flash yung compositions that Roster Y had right now. Na really put them on the back foot when the Senna and the Karma was both picked on the side of Team Flash, and I feel like it was a bit of a misplay in the draft for Roster Y. So this game 3 will be telling on the morale of Roster Y. If they win this, it could be a morale boost. But if they lose this, it just be, I feel like magiging talagang off-kilter sila dito, because it's just such a hard composition ito where I'm seeing it at this point. So really gonna be Roster Y, the players, can they do it?
Hook shot wasn't able to hit onto the top side. That's why hindi nila na-finish off yung kill. If ever tumama man yun, could have been a great timing for them. But because of this, they have the punishment onto the bot side, onto empty. A lot of rotations already onto their side. Hindi natin makikita nga, yung sinabi mo nga kanina, Crazy Apple, they're not gonna be doing the same things that they did before kasi they're not gonna be as aggressive dahil they have Nomel as a Seraphine, pero ito,
Oh.
flashing in Coyote right there, Dragon's Rage, tamang timing sa barrier, and now they survive dito sa mid lane.
Yeah, but that's huge to take away from the karma in the mid lane from Coyote. No, wala na siyang flash, wala na siyang barrier as the champions are about to hit level 5, especially Zero on that Zed. So now he will have a lot more kill potential against Coyote.
Ooh.
Yes, Zero doesn't have the ignite, but still has the flash to be able to get out just in case. So look to see if how Zero and both Do would be trying to capitalize on those two summoners burnt against Coyote.
We have seen it already. Look at Ellie though. Nandito lang siya sa top side. Kanina pa sinasamahan lang nila pareho yung kanilang mga Baron laner. And they are just supporting it out. Kasi nga naman, if you don't react accordingly to what Team Flash is gonna do, you're just gonna be at the back end. That's why ganun din yung ginagawa ng Roster Y. They're just trying to mirror what Team Flash is handing them.
Yeah, and even though they are mirroring, you could say, for at least for Roster Y, no, there's still substantial gold lead right now for Shy in the top side of the map. Also has the level lead at this point. Both Ellie and Shy level 5 na sila compared to the level 4s of both Ratel and Nomel. So just looking at that, may lamang sila. Dodo might be changing things here.
Oh, Dragon's Rage. Sinamaan pa nga siya ng
Okay.
Sonic Wave to the Hextech ultimatum, forced to flash away. That's why it's good that still they were able to survive that onslaught sa top side.
Yeah, Shy, marami talaga siyang ways to get away. Very mobile champion on that on that Camille. Has a hook shot, even flashes over the wall. So at least wala nang flash. Have that timer right now. No flash for both Shy and Coyote as we approach the 5-minute mark with both the Herald and the Dragon about to come up. Coyote would have his when the objective comes up, but at least for Shy, that would be a summoner out. Maybe we could see a dive from both Ratel, Do, and Zero in the Baron lane later and expect a Rip Herald play.
It's a lot of damage from Ellie na siya na lang talaga yung umiikot-ikot for the side of Team Flash. And we're still waiting for both of our junglers to actually just make sure that this is gonna be effective for them. Kasi with how this is working, Team Flash is looking like they're the ones at the helm of the ship right now.
They recognize nga na it's a bit of a weirder draft, a bit of a weaker early game for the side of Roster Y, and that's why they're taking full advantage of it with Ellie just roaming across the map. Ultimate burn though from Coyote.
What?
Yeah, no ultimate when we get into the objective fights.
Okay, no Transcendent Embrace right now for Team Flash. So, thought they're gonna be able to take the kill, but really unfortunate timings doon kasi very important ultimate pa rin yung kay Coyote, even if we say na he's gonna be building AP rin, kaya that's a lot of damage done.
Yeah, a lot of damage done, but still with no ultimate. That could be a timer that Roster Y has. Oh, flash force out of Nomel right there because of the parallel convergence, the possible stun coming from Zizou, and no flash of the Seraphine. A very squishy champion could be very well easily be killed or assassinated later on. Do might be getting a pick here.
Okay, Do has been discovered. Pwede sila mag-converge against this guy. Pero hindi sila tutuloy pa rin kasi, you know, when you're playing an Echo, you don't usually want to start any objectives. Kasi compared to the other junglers, you don't have a lot of damage to this big objectives compared to Lee or to the other traditional junglers na nakikita natin. Kaya they're waiting for everyone to go in bago mag-start yung Team Flash.
Right. And it's also easier for the Echo to set up yung stuns niya if he's the one coming in rather than he's the one getting engaged on. But right now, Team Flash is the one who's starting out this Herald.
Okay, they're wanting to start this though. Now half HP Encore, not going to be able to hit anyone. That's going to be the damage. And they are still able to get the Rip Herald onto their side. They want to go to the backside, but nope. They're just going to back away. And now Ocean Drake is in the eyes of Team Flash.
Yeah, this is, oh my god. Okay, FT.
Wow.
Almost Muntikan doon makuha si Luna, but right now because of the fight that has been won by Team Flash, they will be able to secure the first turret in the mid lane with that Herald. And so far, Nadash, we're really seeing how it feels like Roster Y na put into a corner with the pick and ban phase, because so the Seraphine has not been effective as a pick.
Yeah, they haven't been. To be honest kasi, yung thinking nila kanina, I was hoping na Senna na lang sana yung pinik nila.
Yeah.
Kasi at least it's okay rin naman if ever that's a Karma Nasus into the bot lane, pero at least they have the Senna. in
Yeah.
their hands. And now this just made it awkward. The roster Y roster is awkward. And right now, Ocean Drake is being set up. Wala silang encore. Pwede mag-start si Zizou dito. Pero they're only two people. Are they gonna try and risk this? Kasi this is an Ocean Drake. They might need this, pero not that much compared to how Roster Y needs it.
And yun na, diba, sana Senna, bakit inuna yung Nasus? Kasi Nasus has not shown to be a flexible champion in the meta, and even I think for a long time now. And well, talagang lumitaw lang siya with Senna in the bot lane. And so far it's Nasus with Senna, Karma with Senna. Karma with Nasus. It's never been just Nasus with another champion. So it's yun na talagang nagkaipitan sila sa draft. So really goes now to the players how well they could make how well they could play with the cards given to them, with the tools given to them on these champions. And so far it feels like it's been a struggle, right, for roster Y. Hindi tumatama yung encore, hindi nakakalayo si Nomel. Nakita mo din yung thinking ni Nomel medyo kulang kami sa damage, naka-electrocute siya na Kiso, instead of maybe going for an Airy, instead of maybe going for something as a Guardian to help out the Nasus, or Font of Life, sorry, for Nasus. Pero lahat talaga it's like they immediately started the game at the back foot. So roster Y has to dig deep, has to figure out a way on the fly how to win a game against Team Flash. And Team Flash is not just any team. It's the best in Southeast Asia.
Encore to Mama. Remember, meron pa silang ultimate to use, and that's gonna be it, together with the Dawning Shadow. And this is gonna be the hold onto their end, and they were able to make it. Daw is now 1 HP, falls down, and they're gonna follow up onto the backside. Shy is now low. They're going in with another hold. That's gonna be the damage. Part of the convergence forces them to flash, and they want to go for more. They're raising after the members of Roster Y. They don't have any damage just yet, and that's why Team Flash is taking over.
Yeah, and Team Flash, as you mentioned, taking over. This is the stampede for this Team Flash right now in this game of the series, but flashing in is Ratel.
Brutus Predator onto the showstopper. Look at this. This is gonna be the damage coming in from the side of Team Flash. But hindi pa rin sila makakakuha ng kill. They thought they would be able to, but no. They've been denied by Team Flash.
And that is a bit of desperation on the side of Ratel. Fortunately, it didn't cost him his life, but he needed to burn the flash. He needed to burn the ignite. Zero though spotting out Zizou right now. There could be a fight here, but seems like Zizou will be able to get out of here clean. 20 seconds left. Magkakaroon na tayo ng Herald in this game. But even though it feels like there wasn't a huge thing that happened other than taking the mid lane turret against Roster Y, napalaki palalo ngayon ng Team Flash yung kanilang gold lead. It's about 5,000 right now for Team Flash at about hitting the 10-minute mark. And again, Roster Y, they have a weaker early game. At the most, they wanted to be equal at this point in the game, and them being behind just feels like they are really behind at this point.
Yeah, remember, we have an Echo on our composition here. So we know how strong an Echo is against a team composition in where you don't have really chunky tanks.
Yes.
That would pwedeng niya pasabugin lahat. Lalo na nakita natin he has a Rabadon stat cap already. So this just means that he can burst down Nomel every time he wants to doon sa backline. Pero ito nakita natin, I think nag-overstep ng bounce ito si Kuya Shai. Pero ito nakita natin showstopper going into their side. We have the facebreaker onto them, and they are not gonna continue with the fight. They can even burst down Shai. They want to take down this tower. They have the hold. They have the encore. Hits on 4. That's gonna be big. But Team Flash still takes down the secondary turret onto the mid lane.
Yeah, not enough damage from Roster Y. Kung Encore lang ang mababato mo at dahan-dahan silang lapit papunta sa'yo, you need an immediate follow-up. That could have been the Gragas ultimate cast. It could have been anything else, but they don't have those tools. They have a lot of single target CC, single target engage apart from the Encore, and Encore is a great skill. Dodo, you're too far in here, my man.
Oh, too aggressive for Dom, but Coyote now overstepping his bounds a bit here, but the Dragon's Rage not enough to do anything more at all. Ratel slicing dices away, but still a 1 for 0 for the side of Tia.
Team Flash right now has a very decisive lead. If you look at the... Actually, ngayon ko lang napansin yung kills. I thought the kills would have been much more, but it's just 2 kills right now for 0 on the side of Roster Y. And it goes to show na it's not exactly Roster Y making the players not making huge mistakes in giving up kills. right across the map so far. It's just really been the composition. It's harder to execute right now for Roster Y. And yeah, at this point, it's hard for Roster Y. The mental should be in the direction of, okay, nagkamali lang tayo. We made a mistake in terms of the draft. Let's move on to the next game if this game doesn't pan out. And hopefully that is the mental right now for Roster Y. Dig deep when it comes to the next game. But Ratel,
Ooh,
plays here.
on
This could be
MC,
their
they
first
got it. Did a showstopper. This might be their kill, as you said, but the Gargoyle Enchant is there.
5
4 members
man?
have been hit, but it didn't really matter. They want to follow up. Roster Y, Luna is left alone. He does have the flash, but will he be able to flash in time? No, he was able to, but he's left onto the wall. And Ratel is going to be next. He flashes in. Look at the death mark onto MT. Are they going to be able to take the kill here? They have the Living Shadow onto the backside, but no, they are going to be following it up. They got the hold. Ellie is going to be taking down the mid lane. Nomel's going to be next with the chopping block. He's going to be falling, and that's a nice for the side right now, Team Flash.
Yeah, and Team Flash even has Shelly. They're about to get another turret if this Shelly gets another bonk. Looking at the death timers, it doesn't seem like Team Flash would be able to finish the game yet. It's still a bit too early. 3 members of Roster Y are about to
They're
come
gonna end
back
this.
into the map, but they can with the Herald bonk.
Are they?
Are they?
Oh, no, they're not going to end it
They're
because
not
there's a
taking this.
2-second timer for Roster Y. They don't want to take the risk kasi kanina ginawa rin nila yun and they weren't successful. Kaya might as well just play it safe nga now. So ito, they're just going to the Mountain Drake pero they don't have the HP. Are they going to continue this? Kasi this is the vision from Dawn. They're going to go in. They do have this miss. They're just going to be backing away from here.
Yeah, good patience right there from Team Flash. Pero niisip ko ng Team Flash, nakita naman natin kanina yung lakas ng Roster Y. They were able to hit a 5-man encore but no conversion, right? Nakapatay lang sila na isa. Napatay pang nila doon is the support from Team Flash, the most gold-starved member. But yeah, right now, Dragonfight here.
Oh! That damage, gonna go in, Zaisu. Pero tayo nakita ng damage, pero ito, nakita natin nag-smite na already. That's gonna be it, and they have the ultimate, yes, pero hindi sila makakapag-translate into anything else, though. So that is the chance na hinahanap dito ng Roster Y. Empty, taking a long time to die, pero still, not gonna be converting that into anything. Roster Y takes the Dragon.
Yeah, Roster Y was able to take a Dragon with an overextension right there from Team Flash. They really wanted to try and get that Dragon. And I think na napunta din yung Team Flash doon sa same mindset ko na parang wala naman damage eh. Itong Roster Y kanina doon sa fight natin kahit 4-5 miyembro sa ating natamaan nga ng encore, didn't really matter in the end. But still, Team Flash was not in the good of spots. So looking right here, Ellie and Coyote were on the other side of the wall. So hindi nila matulungan yung members nila. They were able to hit that Transcendent in place. And masyadong malalim na ang naging pasok ni both Sizu, and also Empty. So they were eventually taken down, whittled down by the members of Roster Y. 10k gold lead right now for Roster Y. They need to look for more of those kinds of engagements wherein nahiwalay ang Team Flash, they misposition themselves, and maganda yung nagiging 1v1's potential ng Roster Y when Team Flash is scattered. So looking forward for Roster Y to make those plays again. Hopefully we could see more of those against Team Flash.
Yeah, 4 items onto Echo. Meron na rin siyang Void Staff, so this is gonna be one scary Echo on the hands of Team Flash, especially on the hands of Zaisu. Alam naman natin how strong he is when he's a playmaker onto the team. So ito, try nila mag-start, get some vision around the map talaga. Ito nakita natin sa bot lane, Dragon's Rage already. They're starting the Baron just because of this. Shy was able to run away, pero Encore has been burned. That's a lot of ultimates down for the side of Roster Y. Are they going to be able to finish this? Because look at this, Roster Y are just racing through against them, or are they going to be able to fight this? Team Flash, it's going to be scary if ever they want to try, but no, at least Roster Y knows that they can't go for a 4v4 here.
Yeah, napatagal pa nila itong game to Roster Y. That's all you need to do. Look for more mistakes coming from Team Flash. It's something that we talked about in the previous game. Now, Team Flash, they don't really have the best way of ending games. Nahihirapan sila in terms of closing things out, and that's a symptom right there that was shown right there, wherein the plan was 4-1. Shy going to the side lane while 4 members were trying to burst down the Baron, and eventually Shy was taken down with a good series of skill shots coming from Roster Y. Roster Y right now has momentum on the map, able to put down some vision, and so far Team Flash, I don't think they should feel super disheartened, but just playing a bit more cautiously coming into these objective days.
Remember, Zaisu, very fed right now for the hands of Team Flash. Or Roster Y just needs to at least vibe check every time na itatry ni Zaisu take down ng anyone. Try to shut him down whenever they can kasi that loses a chunk of the damage for the side of Team Flash. So it's gonna be an important factor here. But Roster Y, look at this. They have no vision at this part of the map, so pwedeng take down to second tier turret nila onto the top side without any contest from the members of Roster Y. Kasi remember, Roster Y has an inhibitor down sa bot side. So this is just gonna be easy for Team Flash.
Yeah, always, most of the time, Roster Y will be playing on a 4v5. Always at a man disadvantage dahil nga wala silang inhibitor turret and their biggest thing is being a 5-man unit. Though, might be getting caught out here.
He's very aggressive right now, no? Kasi he can. He has the capabilities of doing that. Kasi he can really go for it. Transcendent Embrace to 4 to the Dawning Shadow. Pero no follow-up whatsoever. That's a lot of AoE damage from them, but no finish up from the members of Team Flash. Could have been a lot of kills already, no, Crazy Apple?
Yeah, could have been a lot of kills, but good hold as well from Team Flash. Nakita mo doon si Ratel, pinap na niya yung Dominus, waiting for Zizou to overstep. But again, Zizou, you might be overstepping your bounds here.
That's a good way to use his ultimate kasi hindi siya nakapag-time wind. I mean, hindi siya nakapag-ultimate doon. Could have been a kill to their side. At least, he's confident that if he has ultimate, he can go forward. Wag lang siyang mastan ni Ratel. Yun lang talaga.
Hindi nga siya wag nga lang siya mastan talaga ni Ratel because he could be locked up for a very long time just because he also comboed with maybe the Encore, maybe the root coming from the Seraphine as well as the Wither and also yung kick nito. But right now, Team Flash, I feel like they're playing a bit too respectfully then after the one fight on the top side. They were able to get multiple members low from Roster Y. They could have forced Roster Y at an awkward engage into the Baron when forcing them there. But since they didn't push the aggression, Roster Y right now has a bit of control over the Dragon Pit. Hindi pa alam ng Team Flash na naka-CCTV sila doon sa Pixel Bash. Alam na apat na member kan dyan. Habang Roster Y is in the good position right here.
Okay, gonna try and go for a steal here. 4 members are here. They do have the TP. Look at the Encore. Gonna be able to hit the Grower members. Look at the backside though. They have the ultimate to the Chrono Break. That's man down. They do have Zizou down, so this is gonna be good for Roster Y. They're looking at it at the same time. Ratel, look at Luna. He's trying to do damage, but he's not gonna be finishing up anyone. Fed just scattered yung fights natin all around. And look at the top side. Inhibitor is down. Good play from Shy again. Same thing again for the members of Team Flash, pero hinaabot pa rin nila dito si Do. Si Empty nandito. They do have the hook shot if ever kailangan nila dito. So this is gonna be Shy. At least that's a good safeguard for them. I think Shy is now on the backseat here. He needs to be careful right now, but here comes the party. Here comes the play. Ellie is here to do damage for the team. He has a bit of slows, but Feltz is running around for this. They're not looking at the same target. Parang hindi same crosshairs yung tinitignan nila dito. Pero sa natin, tinabaan ang slow from the red buff. Kala ko that's gonna be the kill. But the Team Flash still on a 2-for-2.
Team Flash 2-for-2 and Roster Y, that was the best fight they could have hoped for. They were able to get all 3 Drakes in this game so far. Dash, something, again, I feel like a bit under the radar just because of how much it feels like there's a difference in the compositions between Team Flash and Roster Y, but these players are not giving up. They're doing everything they can, every inch, every advantage they could have to win this game 3, and whoever wins this will be at match point to get into our grand finals tomorrow, to who will be facing RRQ there at the final. So very crucial game right here. Whoever wins will be at match point. So far, there is a very sizable lead for Team Flash, but if Roster Y can keep capitalizing on the mistakes, on the overextensions by Team Flash, they could just maybe end this game with a win in their hands.
Pretty scary stuff for Roster Y. They are trying their best here. Who had the Curse of the Black Mist. If ever they want to go in, this is Zizou just gonna get the partial convergence, and the damage was able to burst out Luna. The Embrace, he's done the 2, and that's gonna be good because Zizou is into the backside. He wants to get the kill though. He does have the Chrono Break. He went away. They got 2 kills, and now Nomel is left alone. Nobody's here to help the mans out, and that's gonna be the kill. They want to move forward. They do have 2 members. They can finish the game if they want to. So this is a really good advantage already for the members of Team Flash. They want to finish this game though. They want in. They got the dominance. They want to go in. Ratel is left, but here it comes. Hextech Ultimatum to end the game and end it all. They want to finish it, and Shy is just finishing the game for the team, and Team Flash takes this onto a 2-1. Okay, we're back to the game, everybody. TF versus RY. This might be the last game, or this might be a prequel to the next game, which is Game 5.
Pwede,
So
pwede.
ito, I hope na ito, yung makita natin for both of our teams are the excellence that we're expecting from both of them.
Agreed. Very much agreed with your point right there, Dash, na it could just very well be the winning game for Team Flash or could extend this series to a Game 5. And that just goes to show yung gaano ka-close yung competition natin dito sa WCA na both semifinals matches would go the full 5. Like, grabe, but wait a minute though, bot lane.
Tutukan agad sila sa bot lane. They have a bit of damage and a burn agad nila ignite from both sides. So, this is gonna be big. Kasi at least Luna was able to survive for high HP.
Medyo mas dehado nga ang Team Flash dun sa trade na yun. Still level 1 for both Team Flash.
Still want level 2 for the members of Roster Y. So, may Haymaker, that's a lot of damage. I thought that could have been it. That just gave way to Roster Y having the advantage.
Yeah, Roster Y right now, bit of advantage on the bot side. Pero mukhang ang unang magbaback nga dito ay si Nomel. Dahil nga siya naman yung set. Can have that timing, also buys the boots. Looking at his pathing right now, papunta siya dito sa may jungle nila. So probably going to the top side right now, followed by Lee Sin. This is a bit of a change with their usual rotation. Let's see if Team Flash will be caught off guard.
Yeah, here's what we're expecting from Roster Y. Ito yung hinahanap kong strat nila kanina pa. Na go to the top side, help Ratel out. If ever matulungan si Ratel, that is just a lot of investments already on the demands. And the investments just pays itself well.
It did, but also at the same time, maganda yung lead doon ng Team Flash. Immediately recognizing na, hey, nawala si Nomel, si Luna lang yung natira dito sa bot lane. Better play safe top side. At the same time, they also had 3 members converge in the mid lane just in case it would have been a party there. Followed by also Do and Nomel, no? So, great adaptation from Team Flash. Great communication across the board for them. It did not give an early game advantage right now for Roster Y.
Very interesting, no? Kasi what's good about here for Roster Y, or at least for the bot lane, is magpa-farm lang talaga sila pareho kasi this is a Ziggs and a Corki and you don't really expect them to deal a bit of damage for them at this early in the game. Kaya we won't be seeing them fighting out until the objective comes in.
Yeah, exactly. Waiting, they're just passively farming, trying to get that bell. Wait a minute,
Dominos to the top side. Void Assault has been used by Zissou. And hindi pa sila continue for the fight here onto the top side. They do want to play it safely. But Ratel still has the dominance. Are they going to continue this?
We'll see. Wait a minute.
Slice and Dice comes in to call the meek. They do have the flash, no more ignite. And they can come in with another leap. But Ratel survives again.
Ratel wanted to get that kill, pero Shy with the fast fingers was able to immediately pop the second ability to dodge the damage from the Ruthless Predator from Ratel. And because of that, 2 summoners were burned by Ratel, while only 1 for the side of Shy, which is gonna be that barrier as well. So really, the defensive setup from the Shen giving a bit more life at the top side.
Honestly, what they really want to do here lang, every time that they're picking against Ratel, sa Renekton ni Ratel, is that pick something na hindi madodominate ni Ratel at any point in the game kahit naka 1-0 pa siya. And so far, yung Camille and this Shen has been the most effective picks na nakikita ko kasi so far, hindi nakaka-first blood itong si Ratel.
Yeah, actually, hindi nga siya nakaka-first blood unlike the other matchups that we've seen with Roster Y. Well, Ratel really goes hard and gets that first blood. And so far nga, hindi pa. So it nullifies one of those points of pressure that Roster Y does want to have across the map because of how aggressive their Baron laner is. So again, it's still adaptations for both of these teams as the series goes on, as the game goes on. About 4 minutes and 20 seconds here in this game. Parating na tayo doon sa objective take na yun ulit na Dash. And we are expecting, again, mag-aaway sila doon kasi so far Team Flash likes to contest these objective takes coming from Roster Y.
Yeah, especially the Rift Herald, no? They really love taking their Rift Herald whenever it comes down to it. But would they have enough damage for them to go for? Because remember, Nomel does, Auntie is gonna go out. That's gonna be the flash to the Dragon straight to the showstopper. Go back to our base. That's the first blood for Roster Y.
Yeah, first blood goes to the side of Roster Y in the pockets of Do. on that Lee Sin, and immediately back away si Luna and Nomel to get a bit more of those buys, but the package is in the base. It's going to be picked up right now by Luna, which gives them a huge tool to be able to take these objectives. Herald ngayon ang focus ang roster Y, and Team Flash is here to contest.
Charge, gonna be able to hit. Rattel has been taunted. Do they have the damage? A Mega Inferno Bomb is there. Rattel is super low in HP. Are they gonna be able to take this down? No! They're regenerating. The Rip Herald is here and still alive and taking
no.
Is now low HP. Great damage from Shy. Luna needs to run away from this. Now, they're taking the Rip Herald for themselves. They caught a 2-for-1. But,
So unfortunate time with Zero though.
still not done. Zero, go in for the death mark. But they haven't done anything just yet, and still Rip Herald is gonna be taken by TF.
And eventually, in the end, napunta nga itong Herald on the side of Team Flash. And doesn't even matter at all. Yeah. All right. But yeah, going to this replay, though, you know, very unfortunate. It's like
That damage.
242
What?
HP. And then it resetted. And Shelly was like, no, Roaster White. You're not taking me. I am gonna be taken by Team Flash. And we're coming in here with the Dragon Fight.
Coming in hot, Sisu pushed back by the Dragon's Rage. They do have the death charge onto the bat. Flash is in, steals the Mountain Drake, and this is gonna be good for Roaster White because at least most of the members of TF are super low in HP. They got it taken down, and this is gonna be good. They got the 2-for-0 in favor for the Mountain Drake, but that's gonna be a kill. At least makes it the 2-for-1.
Yeah. Ellie was able to make it for 2-for-1, and the steal on the Mountain Drake. Parehong junglers, they were able to smite it a bit too early.
Tama ba
100
yung
HP
timing?
left.
Oh no.
Okay, no. Sakto lang. Ang Coyote though.
Whoa!
Oh, a bit of a
Great
mistake
flash.
right there. Okay. A bit of a mistake from Coyote getting that tower hit, but now Roaster Y fighting back here, no Dash. We did see earlier in terms of the Dragon fight na it was won in the end by Team Flash, but so far Roaster Y fighting back across the map, getting tower and a kill in the mid lane.
Nomel being the fortress that he is onto the top side of the map, and not even giving the inch for Team Flash to take another tower. Pero remember, Team Flash took down the mid lane turret, which is pretty important. That opens up more map control for the members of Team Flash compared to Roaster Y, so they just need to use that in their favor para dito sa mga susunod nating objectives.
Yeah, and honestly, with that Dragon fight, I felt like a lot of the momentum, a lot of the tempo would have gone to the side of Team Flash. Pero dahil nakasagot pabalik kaagad ang Roaster Y, it's still an even game. Looking at the gold, it's almost halos wala in terms of the lead right now for Roaster Y. And it's like 400, 500 flicking around those in terms of kills. It's 5-3 and 1-1 in turrets. It's such a close game right now between these two teams, and RY having their eyes on Shy, but Shy just using the dash to get away. But look at the top side. 3 members kaya ang Team Flash ang nakatingin kay Rattel. But they just know.
Remember,
a lot of members here.
Smartest way to go about it is take the Shen out as fast as you can. If ever you would be able to, pero if you give him the space, he might be able to get a great Dragon's Rage like that! Sisu, now will always be ignited to death, and that's why this is gonna be good. Team Flash now backing away. Stand United is here, but they're not gonna be able to capitalize onto anything else but Oral Survive. Okay, that's a good kick from Dog.
Yeah, and right now, Nomel still has Flash, preventing them from go for the recall so that it buys more time for Zero on that split push in the bot lane right now. I think about to take it. So if he gets this is a good advantage right now from Roaster Y.
Okay, here is the thing. What's great about this is that Roaster Y, nakita pa naman natin dito, is that they are going for a lot of this advantages onto the top side. No? So nakikita natin, with what they are doing, the Rip Herald is at the ready. 30 seconds on the clock, and Team Flash is on a disadvantage. Pero look at this again.
Yeah, ito nga yung play natin dito na it started out with Team Flash trying to go for that aggressive dive, but Ziso eventually was falling down. As you mentioned, a great Dragon's Rage to really just secure the kill on Ziso alongside that Ignite. So it stopped a lot of the momentum for Team Flash on that dive and just allowed Zero to be able to take another turret in the bot side of the map. This also allows a bit more macro play for Roaster Y. Kasi ang layo ng lane na yan towards the Herald, towards the Baron, so later on it could be a point of pressure where Roaster Y plays off of.
Okay, again, Rip Herald starting off That's gonna be taken by Roster Y pretty easily. Ang ganda na kinukuha nila yung advantage for this. This is going good for Roster Y kasi at least now Team Flash is just looking for their advantage someone else. And parang ngayon, nakita natin at least na yung Team Flash are not the ones having the gold advantage.
Yeah, exactly. Parang the past 2 games, pag nakita natin yung gold graph, it's most of the game, Team Flash, and then at the end, they get a huge spike. And that usually because of an objective take or a huge fight where they just catch Roster Y off guard. Ngayon, wala yun on the table so far. So a bit of a change in terms of that dynamic between these two teams. Although, I still feel like that this game could be very explosive anytime soon just because of the champions that are across the board. There's the Lucian, there's the Ziggs, there's the Kha'Zix. So much damage coming from Team Flash na pag na-catch out lang tong Corki, ma-catch out lang tong Lee Sin with a good taunt coming from the Shen, or even just a good hook coming from Empty, they could still turn things around pretty fast, even though there is a slight advantage for Roster Y. So it's still anyone's game at this point. We might figure things out better on this upcoming objective fights as the Infernal Drake spawns into the map in another 10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds on the clock, waiting for the objectives to come in. And everybody, especially with the package, pretty important for Luna. So Team Flash needs to wait it out if ever they don't want that package problem onto this fight. So Infernal Drake is waiting. And Shen is just at the top side. Hindi pa natin nakikita si Shai na gumawa ng magandang Stand United play. So I hope this would be the time na makita natin yun.
Now, Coyote standing in that brush, he might be able to catch out Zero as he transitions into the pit. Looks like hindi, mukhang aalis na dito sa Coyote, but look at where the flank is right now for Latel. He could catch out members of Team Flash here.
Oh, they made a mistake a bit there with the face breaker. They do have the Sand United onto their side. Look at the depth charge. Sumama na dito sa likod with the Mega Inferno bomb. Latel falls down pretty fast, and they want to follow up. Wala na dito si Luna. Wala na yung package yet, so this is going to be good for the members of Team Flash. They're moving forward onto the backside. Zero is going to be the next on the chopping block. They got the kill. They got 2 for 1, and this is a big win for Team Flash.
Yeah, and Team Flash immediately capitalizing on a bit of a mistake coming from Roster Y and Zero. Okay, he's not gonna get that kill there, sir, but double kill right now for Do.
Okay, got the kill. Si Do, talagang kinukuha lang nila with this. Roster Y is still not done. They got 2 more kills into their side, and that's gonna be an exchange for just 1. Pero remember, Shai is alive. Pwede pa siya lumaban dito if ever kailangan niya lumapit dito kasi kailangan niya mag-shadow dash in front of them both, and that's gonna be it. Maybe lang makuha niya sana yung kill, pero he would be able to. At the Infernal Drake is still on the hands of Roster Y.
Yeah, Roster Y, even though nagkaroon ng a bit of a mistake on the execution of the side of Nomel, he used the belt enchant first, wasn't able to catch anyone with the face breaker, and then nag-commit na rin si Latel because he saw Ellie right in front of him, and Ellie was able to get the Stand United from Shai. So nawala ka engaged ng Roster Y, but a bit of an overextension again. This is something that Team Flash, it happens to them a lot of these fights. Nag-overstay sila inside the objective, and then nata-turn allowed ng kanilang makakalaban. And at that point, Roster Y was still able to take reins of that situation. In the end, yes, Shai was able to get 1 more kill. He's currently unstoppable, but Zizado might be getting caught out here. Nor does it seem like that he will be able to be assassinated by Zero. But going back, Team Flash, their most fed member is the Shen. And we keep saying Shen's not really the best champion that has a lot of gold, but at the same time, Shai's just doing so much work in these fights, really keeping Team Flash afloat, even though there have been a lot of overextensions coming from this team.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting na si Shai talaga yung magiging nandito sa side nila para magkaroon ng advantage, kasi I was expecting it to be at least onto Zisu's side.
Right.
Kasi whenever you don't get a snowball onto a Kha'Zix, that is when the Kha'Zix falls off pretty badly. Compared to a Lee Sin, at least Lee Sin has a Dragon Stage, pero on a Kha'Zix, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to come back.
I agree. And oh no, empty. Okay, medyo
too fast.
Steve's in the night. Nakatingin na lang sila, nagkalayan sila, nag-say hi lang sila to each other. But yeah, going back to your point, yes, it's kind of it's hard, right? As a Kha'Zix, if you're not ahead, kasi you can't just go in by yourself and kill targets. You're not gonna see that display yet from Zizu. But on the other hand, he has 2 champions that can whittle down opponents and give him that opening. And especially Ziggs, with the AoE damage coming from the bombs, and especially the Mega Inferno bomb, to provide that opening. But Shai getting caught out here.
Shy, gonna be the target. Sabi nga natin, siya yung pinaka-fed na member here. Pero nakita natin yung death mark onto them. Where tumama pa yung Sonic Wave. And that's gonna be it. Another kill onto the Baron. They're starting the Baron. This is a bit risky for them though. Rattel just goes in. Pero do they have enough damage? Remember, we have Nomel here. He needs to go in with that. He was pushed back. And he goes in still. Sisu is trying to be very, very confident about this. But if I get it for one, they got the steal still. And this is gonna be good for the members right here. Roster White was able to get them down. They got the steal. And they got the Baron. And they got the 4 kills against the members of Team Flash.
It's only Ellie right now alive to defend the towers in the mid lane. There is Baron up on these minions, so we won't have as an easy time to be able to take down the wave. But going back into this route, may kita nyo dito yung timing ng roster right. Nagpasok labas sila and just enough time for Dot to get there to smite at 750 HP. That Baron, and what a clutch play right there from Roster White, taking advantage of the desperation coming out for Team Flash when they saw na napatay si Shy in the bot lane. They immediately mentioned, as immediately thought, okay, 3-4 ang ating numbers advantage dito. We have 4 members that immediately take down this Baron. We have the Kha'Zix. It could be fast, but Roster White already read the play, already had 3 members there to disturb Team Flash, and just enough time for Dot to get there to get that steal.
Steal, Roster White getting the advantage here. And I like this na nakikita natin so far, no? For Roster White, they knew how to play around these kills. If ever makakuha sila ng kill, if ever ma-takedown nila si Shy, ang galing ng ginagawa nila na si Shy lagi yung tina-target nila para hindi siya makapag-stand united somewhere else. That's very smart, and that's why Team Flash is having a big, or rather a hard time during this game.
Yeah, and that goes back to what we were talking about in Game 1, how Roster White has a very good advantage of the macro game. Yun na, Shen, recognize immediately, need to take this guy out because it's global, but Zero might be getting caught out here.
Death Mark, Stasis. It's gonna buy some time with the Death Mark again, makakapag-back away with the Living Shadow, pero hindi pa rin enough. Nasa top side, 4 members, si Shy naman yung magiging target nila. Gargoyle Enchant has been popped, pero wala pa rin na nakukuha ditong advantage yung Team Flash kasi na-trade na naman ng Roster White.
Yeah, nakatrade doon nga ang Roster White 1-for-1 on opposite sides of the map. And also, just because Team Flash needed to take down the Z, kailangan 3 miyembro ang ipadala nila doon as compared to what kanina, 2 lang yung pinadala ng Roster White to take down the Shen. So, immediately right there recognizing that a numbers advantage, we can power dive the Shen and immediately take him down. So, all of the outer and the inner tier tower taken away from Team Flash. 6 towers down in the advantage for Roster Y. Ocean Drake is up. This is the next objective that these teams are fighting for.
Oh, Sisu trying to be very aggressive here. Stasis has been popped. One more hit on the turret. That's going to be good. And the Void Assault is not there. This is going to be good for Roster Y because at least they have the chance. They don't have any jungler. Shy is not up just yet. He can go for the Stand United. They're going to be starting the Ocean Drake. A lot of them are low HP. But this is going to be free. No Zissou, no Drake.
Yeah, exactly. No jungler. Ang hirap na maagaw itong objective na ito. Also looking right now at the base of Roster Y, they still have the package up with the Baron about to come out in 25 seconds. Pwedeng balikan to ni Luna, have the package up and take the Baron, and that could just be the contest coming from Team Flash because 20 seconds ang death timer ni Z. So they will be looking to try and stop or at least delay this Baron enough for that Z would have time to get there and maybe steal away that objective from Roster Y.
Okay, and yun na nga yung nakita natin dito from Roster Y. They're starting it out with the Baron. Meron silang vision agad at that part of the map kasi they got the Scuttler. So this is just here. With the damage that they do have, no, interestingly enough, Team Flash might be able to deal damage still kahit sabihin nating mas malakas yung damage ni Luna at any point in the game kasi you remember, it's a Corki.
Yeah.
So it would be hard to really have enough damage more than the Corki dito sa side ng Team Flash. Pero I really like that in always putting Zero on guard duty against Shy. And that's why si Shy laging hindi confident dun sa lane niya.
Yeah, right. Dahil nga doon, napupush away din siya. He can't just set up and tell his team na go to the other side of the map, get the gank there, and I got your back with the Stand United, right? One thing that I'm looking at is the package is still not being picked up by Luna, and this feels like a conscious decision right now from Roster Y because looking at the timers, Elder is about to be up. And ano ang paboritong gawin ng Korean teams? It's to take the Baron, it's to have these two objectives up, take the Baron, take the Elder, and then just kill the other team. So with these two objectives up right now, ngayon lang makikita mo nag-recall ngayon si Luna is about to pick up the package. So whichever objective they'll be choosing to go towards, so that's where they'll be using this package to hopefully some good effect so that it would stop Team Flash on their tracks. Although Do is so far away from the Elder right now.
Oh, they're starting! They're starting the Elder Day kasi nakita nila dun sa top side. Pero ito, nagsimula na agad sila with the Showstopper onto the backside. They have the Mega Inferno Bomb together with it, and there's gonna be it. They're gonna be going for this. They have the TP onto Do, so that's gonna be good. Empty is gonna fall down, and Zisu is gonna be next to the top. The Ellie is gonna be chasing down by Luna. That's a lot of crit damage from them. As triple kill already from Luna, and this is still gonna go in front of the members of Roster Y. That's gonna be an ace. Flawless for the members of Roster Y, and this is gonna be game. We're gonna be going to game 5.
Yeah, Dash will be going into another Game 5 today, and we will figure out on the 5th game who will be going to the Grand Finals against RRQ. But at least for Game 4 of this series, congratulations to Roster Y. What a great game coming from this Korean squad.
And they were able to win against Roster Y. I mean, Team Flash again. And tama-tama, yun nakita natin from Roster Y doon. Ginamit lang nila, in-stable lang nila lagi yung gold lead nila against the members of Team Flash. Didn't give them a big advantage, didn't give them a chance to take any objectives. Hindi nila ginawang comfortable yung Team Flash dun sa positioning nila every time. And that's why Roster Y was just able to take over the game.
Yeah, exactly. And going into the post-game stats right here, no, talagang this later on, makikita natin mamaya yung gold graph, makikita natin doon yung later on the spike ng
And eto na nga, nagbabalik na tayo dito sa last game ng ating series. And kung sino man manalo dito, remember, sila yung lalaban sa RRQ tomorrow when it comes to our game. So I'm excited to see who's gonna be winning this match.
Yeah, same. Because kung sino nga, doon na sabi mga kalaban ng RRQ tomorrow. And nagsimula tayo dito sa cast na ito, Dash, na gusto natin Roster Y ang manalo dahil nga feeling natin historically it would be better for RRQ. Pero ngayon, our Roster Y really making a case for themselves to be, if not the equal of, but might be better than Team Flash.
Okay, I just hope this would be Team Flash gaining the advantage dito. And they are just gonna be looking at this, but at least we're gonna be having a pause for both of our teams, for Team Flash and also Roster Y. And this is a great setup that they do have here for the Asia Invitational. Oh, nga eh. Ang ganda na setup nila dun sa studio nila, and still meron pa tayong teams dun sa other side, but still balik tayo dito sa game. Game 5, all stakes are high, and I hope lang talaga na whoever wins this are gonna be giving a good game for RRQ.
Parang gusto ko yung paano mo
medyo
binurdigin eh, parang ano ba?
Medyo mabait pa ako eh. Mabait pa ako sa ano
hindi walang RRQ ngayon dito kaya hindi kami maka-super bias. Katulad ng kanina yung cast dispute na sa kanila. So if you guys are still here with us from the earlier game, hi, thank you for sticking around here in the with our day so far, but yeah,
it's been a long day.
It's been a very long day, especially for our production, but can't get enough still of how exciting the games have been. Kasi iba talaga eh ang datingan kapag you've got all 5 games from every semifinals. It just shows how close these teams are, and it just makes it even more exciting when we get to our battle for third tomorrow and also our finals.
Yeah, I hope na can-new in yung Silver Scrapes kanina, no? At least dun sa main broadcast if ever. Kasi nga, remember, it's a best of 5. We don't usually see a lot of best of 5s on a lot of these games. And very exciting to see na dito sa Wild Rift, we're seeing Roster Y. And sinasabi na rin natin to eh. Nakita rin naman natin kanina, with Guangdong Freaks and RRQ, you've seen them hit until Game 5. And that just says a lot. That just says more about Koreans evolving than us at least being better than them. Kasi nakita natin how they're evolving so fast dito sa mga games na to.
Yeah, and that's just, you could say, how the Korean Korean mindset is, right, in terms of League of Legends. Kasi season 1, they didn't really have league pa, I believe, in their server. Starting season 2, they immediately put their mark, right, on the
True.
did their international stage. Didn't win it all. It was TPA was able to get season 2. But come season 3, immediately.
Okay, and dito na nga, balik na tayo sa game natin, everybody. And we're here on to the game. Back na agad tayo. Wala pa naman tayo nakikitang mga kills from both sides. But at least, we are seeing the rotations already at the 1 minute.
Yeah, yun na, nag-rotation sa kaagad. We're in seeds. It's just the junglers right now, no, in the mid lane. But looking at top side of the map, nakita na natin yung supports, but empty, being the first one here in the mid lane. But doesn't seem like we will have, again, yung scuffle na yun. Kasi as you mentioned earlier, Nomel is not really the engaged support. So it's gonna be the Senna to walk around on Luna.
Just hope lang that this is gonna be something pretty great for both of our teams today. Kasi we are really seeing greatness being built upon Roster Y and Team Flash. Pero so far, still chilling out for both of our teams, and we are not gonna be seeing anything else kasi, you know, right here, balik tayo, parang best of 1 na lang tong game na to. Kaya they shouldn't make any mistakes.
Yeah, and while we're, looking at greatness unfolding in front of our very eyes, Dash, let's kind of establish and kung ano ba yung win conditions of both compositions. Because right now, it feels like they're pretty balanced over in terms of at least the early game to late game, right? Both of them have late game. On the Senna has a bit of late game, and Kha'Zix, even though it's not the most late game champion, but considering the lineup of Team Flash, he can still whittle them down if he gets enough items and enough gold. But top side, it's pretty close.
Interesting.
Yeah,
interesting na si Shai yung nahihirapan against Ratel here on to the top side because of that one riposte. Nakita natin kanina na force yung flash, na force yung ignite. So that is a kill threat onto the top side already.
Yeah, but I feel like medyo hindi lang decisive ngayon yung call ni Ratel. He doesn't want to let this wave go. He does see Zizou, so immediately goes back to collect the gold and the experience. But going back to my to what I was talking about earlier in terms of win conditions for both of these teams, they both also have a bit of that late game because Corky right now is on the side of Team Flash. As you mentioned, kanina ng Game 4, nakita natin yung late game potential of this champion. But again, just wanted to go back then na it feels like it's harder for Roster Y to get the ball rolling on their composition because they don't have much engaged other than this Malphite who's getting ganked right now.
Oh, that's a great way to use the Unstoppable Force to cancel the showstopper. Yeah. Great timing for Nomel.
Yeah, what a timing, right? I believe it's an animation when you get hit by the showstopper. It kind of locks you in. But he just was able. But wait a minute though, mid lane.
Oh, nice use of the flash there. Coyote now going to be the target, but Zizou doesn't have any flashes anymore, so he's kept alone. And he is going to fall to the first blood.
Yeah, first blood goes to the way, but Ratel might be falling here. Shai?
With the shields, they do have Ratel on the Shai 1v1's barrier. Was able to save his life.
Yeah, and Ratel still had his flash. Think he was, if Shai walked forwards there, Ratel could have flashed in and got that auto, but he went back immediately because he just threw an auto. It's still a bit on that animation cooldown because he doesn't have enough that attack speed, but still could have gotten the kill if Shai was just a little bit more aggressive. So good play right there from the top side of the map. But as you were mentioning, it feels like dapat si Shai yung may clear advantage in that lane, but Ratel giving him a run for his money right now.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen this Fiora being flexed by Ratel, and kakabak niya pa lang, nakakuha agad siya ng Trinity Force. So that's a big buy for this guy. And on the top side, we do have the Ref Herald coming out. So we're expecting Roster Y to go on to that part of the map kasi may advantage ka naman si Ratel.
Yeah, and you could see right here, Team Flash rushing in. They want to secure one of the objectives that either Roster Y is getting or one that they will be contesting for. Kaya nakita mo na back away din kagad si Shai, so complete that Blade of the Ruined King to have a bit more of that damage, a completed item on his side. But feels like right now, Team Flash recognizing na he might not go for a more risky play. They're just going to go for this handshake, going for the trade of objectives. They're focusing the Drake. All Herald will be going to the side of Roster Y.
That's smart. That's smart. Kasi alam naman nila si Sisu wouldn't have the same power as what Do could have para ma-execute or at least matry mag-steal. Kaya they just went in for the safer route, try to play it safe, get that, and at least react na lang accordingly to where Roster Y is gonna go after.
Yeah, exactly. And again, this feels like, okay, wait, Nomel, kita ka dyan.
Okay, great timing na naman, pero Nomel, unstoppable force lang talaga ginagawa niya para makaalis eh.
Oo nga parang easy lang. Naku, tinahatak niyo ako dito but I still have my ultimate. But on the other hand, looking at it from Roster-wise perspective, we were talking about how wala silang ways to engage early game so that they can't have their own way of accelerating the pace on their side, getting the tempo of the game, and if always Team Flash forces Nomel na mawala yung unstoppable force, wala talagang way ang Roster Y to engage fights, to get ways to get ahead, and it's just gonna be the scaling competition between these two teams.
For the scaling, not gonna be good for especially Roster Y. They need to contest this if they want to. Na-force na sila magbaba ng Ref Herald onto the top side. And I really feel na hindi nila matitake down tong Ref Herald if ever ganito. Or at least hindi matitake down yung tower on 45 HP. Okay. That's alright, at least for Team Flash.
Yeah, and they were able to put it down before the plates expire, I believe. So, still being able to get the gold on the Fiora and on Do. And yun nga sinasabi natin kanina, if the Kha'Zix doesn't get ahead, it's gonna be hard because you don't have a way to snowball, you don't have a way to really deal much damage against the other team. He is slightly ahead against Zissou, but it's not enough yet. We're gonna see how Roster Y could find those openings. Kasi we've seen Team Flash sometimes makes mistakes, sometimes gets a bit too hypey, gets too aggressive, and that could very well be the opening that Roster Y needs to secure the win in this series.
Interesting enough, wala pa tayo nakikita masyadong kills except for that one time. Kasi Luna nasa mid lane kanina, and very, very surprising to for both of these teams na during the first two games, or rather the last three games that they had, talagang suntukan lang kung suntukan. And that's why right now, feel ko kaya nila basagin to eh. In one stream. That's good for them.
Tinusok lang niya ng toothpick niya eh. Wala na yun to. 32 HP gone. But right now, Team Flash looking for some pressure on Zero here on the bot side, but doesn't seem like galing yan eh. Mahirap pa rin patayin yan. And still has the hull breaker, but looking at the map, mukhang may party dito sa bot side.
Okay. Parang nilabanan tayo dito sa bot side. Remember, Nomel does have the unstoppable force, so if ever pumasok sila dito, Zissou needs to choose one kung sino isa-save niya with a black shield. If they ever go for a fight here, Ellie does have the vision at this part of the map, so if ever they want to, they need Empty to move forward.
Yeah, exactly. They do need that, but looks like mukhang they're both calling off the fight. Zero still wants to look for a bit Empty though at the flank. Not sure if alam ito ng Roster Y.
Okay.
Okay,
showstopper sila, pero dahil nakita nila si Luna, force sila na naman mag-backway. Pero ito, at least sa top side natin, sutukan si Ratel. Nandito na kami the Grand Entrance. Ito, nakita niya pa sa likod. Hindi niya pa tinamaan nung repulse niya. Hindi napatama sa mark, kaya si Shai nabuhay pa nga.
Oh, that's smart play right there from Shai. He hugged the wall para hindi matamaan yung last vital needed na Ratel to be able to pop a bit more damage, and as well as the healing on Shai. Nakita mo din, nakakaagad si Ellie, maybe catching things out. And again, ito na yung bluffan na nakikita natin since yesterday. Roster Y and Team Flash, laging may nakatago sa likod looking for that trade and possibly putting a bit more advantage on their side. And fortunately, or unfortunately, for either of these teams, no one has been making those mistakes yet. So, still a very close game we have here, Dash.
Yeah. Nothing. You have seen nothing except for macro and also a tower in the upside. Wala pa rin tayo nakikita for both of our teams kasi so far, they're gonna be waiting for these objectives to come out. Meron pa silang nakukuha tower onto the bottom side, so that's gonna be big for Roster Y, but they still want to try and steal this, pero never mind. Team Flash is just gonna be taking this kasi okay lang, kasi may 2 towers down eh sa side ng Roster Y.
Yeah, exactly. 2 towers down, and if you're looking right now at the tower HP zone in the top side, yung medyo vulnerable towards that, towards the Herald drop right now. It looks like Shai would be doing that as he is currently shoving the top side of the map, but hindi pa niya nilalapag. So Team Flash not looking right now to accelerate or rather destroy structures. They are just looking to use this later on since Drake is about to spawn in another 10 seconds. They have a chance to put this in the mid lane to distract Roster Y as they contest for this Drake.
With Do having for this, they do have the Ref Herald onto the mid lane, so pwede nila basagin to. Just let Ellie do some damage first. Try to take the Ref Herald. But now they have the distraction that they need. Pwede nila set up to for themselves para sa Ocean Drake. If ever hindi man nila to i-try i-defend, nandito naman si Zizu para i-defend yung turret nila for themselves. They do have Coyote right now. They're not starting the Ocean Drake, and I think Zero is gonna fall down to the Ignite. That's gonna be the kill. 4v5, pwede sila mag-Ocean Drake.
Yeah, nawala na no choice doon si Zero eh. If he didn't walk back, he would still be killed even though waiting for the shield coming from Luna. But right now, 4v5 feels like it's gonna be a free Drake going to the side of Team Flash.
Very surprising na slowly but surely, Team Flash is taking over the tempo of the game. Kasi kanina, hawak-hawak ng Roster Y yun by taking both of the objectives onto their, or rather, one of the objectives onto their side. But now Team Flash, they're slowly getting back to it.
Yeah, and it's just those small mistakes, right? Yun yung hinahanap ng both of these teams. And when the Herald was summoned in the mid lane, ang thinking na doon ni Zero at ni Luna, okay, iiwanan na nila to. They want to contest this dragon. But Team Flash at just a snap decision, thinking na, okay, nandito sila, let's try and get the kill. Napatama ko naman yung binding. He's gonna be here forever. Even though he's a Garen, he's still gonna get slowly whittled down by 3-4 members from Team Flash. And that was a great call for them because it led to the man disadvantage from Roster Y, giving the opening for that dragon. A clean Drake take for Team Flash. And right now, they have 2 dragons on the board for themselves. So if we're looking at this at the macro sense, if we're looking at this as the later the game goes, they're gonna have a lot of benefits when the Elder Drake comes up and they are able to secure that objective.
Yeah, I do hope na ito. Kita na natin onto the top side. Si Shy is fighting it out with Garen at this point. Pero kala ko itatry niya na i-take down yung turret onto the top side. Pero dahil dito, tower in the mid lane versus 2 towers onto the side lanes, I really believe that still Team Flash would have the bigger advantage here kasi that just makes it easier for them to go on to the objectives. Pero feel ko, hindi naman sila lalaban dito ng full on. Pero looking at where Do and Luna is, they're trying to go onto the top side. The reaction play from both of these teams, they want to help out their Baron laners. Pero hindi pa rin sila nagko-commit onto any fights because the CCs are not hitting.
Yeah, the CCs are not hitting. And one thing, wala pa tayo nakikitang unstoppable force from Nomel to really turn things around for Roster Y.
Ba dun?
Wala ba dun Death Scap na yan? Saka ng he just fully stacked na yan. He even just went back right now. So, not sure if I were dito on Team Flash that there's a man advantage for them near this Baron pit. Maybe they could have done something, but
Not
again,
committing.
not committing.
Interesting.
Exactly. Walang, both of these teams, Dash, balik tayo sa game 1 where it feels like all of the stakes are there for them. They are feeling the pressure, so no one wants to commit a mistake.
Okay, so ito na nga. Doon tayo sa point in where we need to see any fights. Kailangan nila i-steer tong stability na to if ever they want to get that big advantage. So far, Team Flash just pulled the trigger onto the top side. They wanted to take that in their side. So at least, hindi na ganun kalaki yung advantage nila doon with Ignite! Rattel is gonna use the barrier. Hindi yata siya mabubuhay doon, and that's gonna be a good kill from Coyote.
Yeah, good kill from Coyote right there. At least the pressure has been lifted for them, the bot side of the map. Even just showing his dominance right now with an emote and another kill.
Woo!
This is just has been the 3rd kill of the game. And Unstoppable Force in the mid lane.
Oh, that damage from the Unstoppable Force. Pero ito nakita natin si Zizu. Guti na lang nakahiwalay siya doon with the Gargoyle Enchant. And ito nakita natin yung damage, but they're gonna be backing away with the flash. Pero nakakatakot pa rin si Nomel.
Yeah, nakakatakot na si Nomel. Nakita mo naman yung bawas niya doon kay Z. So imagine if that was in a team fight where Nomel will be able to hit multiple members. It could just give Roster Y that bit of an advantage where Zero and Doc comes in for the executions. But that could be things to come with how macro-focused these teams are and how risk-averse they have been so far. Baka hindi natin makita yung pabasta-basta Dash. Pero at the same time, the macro play from both of these teams has just been so good so far. And 2-1, just 3 kills, 15 minutes into the game. Feels a bit low for what we were expecting coming from Team Flash, but they're slowly getting these advantages to try and get those at Grand Finals.
Slowly picking it up. Team Flash is just taking over the towers. They have tower advantage and they have Drake advantage now. Ito, hawakan nila yung advantage. Coyote fighting it out with Do onto this. But they have the Death Mark, the Living Shadow. Ginamit nila rin kanina, pero Do is gonna be surviving with the Ignite taking on his head. And nabuhay pa nga siya with his stasis.
And also, Ratel has his buddies back right there. Kala ko yung little cogs na yung hihit kay Do eh. Kung wala siyang void spikes doon, baka very well yung papatay sa kanya. But another kill on the board for Roaster Y. So far, mga pick-ups yung nakikita natin na yung mga naglalakad in transition, not expecting someone there, and they just immediately get caught out. Look at the replay right here. Just Do jumping on Coyote. He wasn't even looking probably at his character. Was probably looking at the top side on the map. But yeah, just really caught there with his pants down. Getting one more kill for the side of Roaster Y. Drake about to spawn. And as we were mentioning earlier, Team Flash already has 2. Let's see if they'll be trying to contest this as Roaster Y already has vision near the pit.
10 seconds on the clock. Infernal Drake is up in a bit. So Roaster Y positioning themselves, posturing onto mid lane. We do have the package on the hands of TF, so setting themselves up. Remember, Nomel has Rabadon set cap. So pag tumama siya ng isang magandang unstoppable force, would be a big win for the team. But now, fight has been divided. Roaster Y needs to be careful around this because remember, they do have the package onto the hands of
Nomel's
Ellie.
spotted.
So if ever they move forward, be careful. They have a lot of slows. Setting themselves up for success. The Curse of the Black Mist would be the surprise they need for Nomel to go in. Remember, may flash tong si Nomel. So pag nakakita siya ng chance, papasok siya for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But still, the pressure is on for Roaster Y to do something. Lots of engage from Team Flash. Only the unstoppable force right now from Nomel is being chipped down slowly right here.
Okay, package being used. Wala na silang package. So that's a big W for the members of Roaster Y.
Yun na!
Now it's gonna be starting up onto Ellie. Tumama yung unstoppable force sa likod pa rin ng showstopper siya pabalik. And that's gonna be the face breaker onto the backside. They got the kill already. And that's gonna be a big win. Roaster Y is winning a lot of this fight. They do have the damage. They do have a lot of members low in HP. Ratel is just taking them over. And that's gonna be an
Coyote's the only one
ace.
left.
Or rather, Coyote surviving. And that's a 4-for-1 in favor of Roaster Y.
Look at the pings from Roaster Y. They don't want to go for the Baron or the Drake. They want to go for the end. It's only Coyote left here to defend. He bought the Gargoyle's Enchant. Let's see if he'll have enough
seconds.
durability here.
Coyote, last one standing. Siya na lang yung natitira dito sa members nila. Pwede nila tapusin to if ever they want to. Inhabited turrets are down and they're moving forward. They want to finish this. Deathmark's gonna come in pero nakapag-clear siya ng wave and that's the smartest way to go about it.
10
They have 10
seconds
seconds. They need to finish this. A lot of them are low HP. They're gonna go in. Coyote's gonna fall down. Gargoyle and Chant is not gonna be helping you, buddy. Because Roaster Y is gonna be winning this game for the team. Just one decisive fight to win game 5.
What an upset right here we're seeing, Dash. A lot of us were expecting Team Flash to take the game, to take the series, to be going against RRQ tomorrow, and Roaster Y, the top 1 seed coming from Korea, the last hope of Korea, will be going against RRQ tomorrow for our